Yesterday, Pooja asked me to speak on Robert Frost. By evening, many of you on WhatsApp told me to speak on Robert Frost, and you wanted a class on Robert Frost. So here I am, keeping aside my flow with which I was going, and today I will talk to you about Robert Frost, the celebrated American poet, the first world-class poet in English from America, 1874 to 1963. He was from New England, and he's associated with New England. Although I think he was born in California, but he himself associated himself so much from New England. His ancestry, he was totally associated from that place, the culture, the tradition of that place. And Robert Frost taught in a college also, but he did not like the discipline at all. He rebelled, and then his struggle for livelihood was intense. He worked as a bobbin boy in a mill. He was a worker in a shoe factory. He was a reporter for a newspaper. And basically, he was a country schoolmaster also. Basically, he was a farmer, just a farmer. Agriculture life is the life of Robert Frost. So all that imagery of farming, agriculture, village life, husbandry, all those images are abundant in the poems. All those experiences are reflected in his poems. His language is simple, the images come from everyday experience of life, the flavor of country life cannot be mixed, and there are in between surprise insights into the complexities of life. All of a sudden a sentence will come, all of a sudden a phrase will come, and which will give you a kind of universal wisdom all of a sudden, like a lightning. He's a very popular poet. He's bound to be popular because of the language. He's a very mischievous, charming kind of a poet, and he does not leave that boy image. I mean, that is the secret of Robert Frost, that he does not let the adolescent die. That boy lives in him. So often in many of his poems, a boy comes, a boy is watching, a young boy is watching the world. And that is the angle, that is the perspective that he gives to the poem. So the youth in Robert Frost always lives. There is tremendous flexibility in his poems, verses, meter, language, all absolutely flexible. It's not that he is fixed anywhere. Very charming, very mischievous, and contradictory also. Mending Walls, for example. I mean, he is all going gaga over our destruction of a wall. He says, इंसान को दीवार पसंद नहीं है, इंसान दीवार नहीं चाहता है. I don't want walls. There should be no wall between man and man. And then he says, good fences make good neighbors. तो दीवार नहीं भी चाहिए है और दीवार ज़रूरी भी है. I don't want a wall, I don't want a wall, but at the same time the wall is needed. So you don't make out what to make out of it. You don't know what to make out of him at times. So he's contradictory also, self-contradictory also, so careless. And the apple picking, where you have Robert Frost as a farmer. The earth has given so much in abundance. The harvest is so heavy. He's totally tired. All harvest, apples are lying here and there, useless property. He says, I need sleep. I want to sleep. So that tired farmer image comes in apple picking. Very relatable, because we are all people of this earth, you see. So it's very relatable. Birches, the trees and the swing, जो बच्चे झूला झूलते हैं पेड़ों में, the swings there, and he's so happy there. Earth is the right place for love. He says, I don't know where it's likely to go better. कहाँ जाऊँ? Nowhere else. Earth is the right place to love. He's so happy there. So many of his poems have been translated in all. मुझे सघन वन बुलाते, नींद के पहले करना बहुत कुछ और, miles to go before I sleep. Such a popular poem. My favorite of Robert Frost is certainly The Road Not Taken. It's a marvel in itself. It's written in such a simple manner that I just went for walking, and there were two roads. And one road was wearied and worn. Many people had walked on it. And there was one road which was greener. Less people had walked on it. And I could not walk on both the roads. So I took the road less traveled by. I took the road less traveled by, and after ages and ages, people will say that I took the road less traveled by, and that made all the difference. Suddenly the poem rises कि मैं दुनियादार नहीं हूँ, मैं दुनियादार नहीं बन पाया. That suddenly a point came in my life where I had to decide where if I want to be a worldly person, do I want to go after material things, or do I go by my heart's calling, by my conscience, by my individual instincts, by my individual feelings? And suddenly that conflict came in the form of two roads, and I chose the road less traveled by. Such a simple poem, and yet such a deep poem. I am reminded of Ghalib. है और भी दुनिया में सुखनवर बहुत अच्छे, कहते हैं गालिब का है अंदाज़ बयां और. Ghalib says about himself, rightly about himself, that there are many wordsmiths in this world, but the expression of Ghalib is unique. The Road Not Taken is certainly one such poem, where everything is going on very simply. A man is going for a walk, he is happy, it is country life, and suddenly the conflict between material things and spiritual things, between worldliness and idealism comes, and the poet takes the road of idealism, and that made all the difference. So Robert Frost is that kind of a poet who immediately gives you a surprising gift in his poems. His life has been exemplary. He struggled a lot, and then he rose to those heights also, where he attended the oath ceremony of John F. Kennedy, the American president. I think it was 1961. So that goes to the credit of the land of possibilities at that time, not now, at that time when Robert Frost was recognized, celebrated, and as I said, there is no way you cannot like Robert Frost. So this is just an introduction to Robert Frost. Thank you.